Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where I did not choose Europa in OBS. Let's turn that on here, shall we? Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Let's try this again. I should restart the episode, but if you've been watching for a while, you know I won't, because I find that hilarious. Fantastic. So we're in a slightly tight spot here. And by that I mean, we're gonna have a lot of rebels. A lot of rebels. It could have been worse. We could have full greeted Congo. But as it is, we took a lot of territory down here. There was additional territory that we could take up here, to be fair, that we did not. But we're going to have a lot of rebels in a short amount of time. Look at this. 973 provinces with provincial unrest. The reason for that, of course, is because we are overextended. We knew that this would be the case. We're going to sort by overextension here. And let's see, we're already 10% done there. We're just going to let this tick forward. We're going to have to deal with the rebels. There's no way around it. There's going to be a lot of them. It's going to hurt. That's all there is to it. We knew this. It'll be fine. There's already some over here, but they're not that big of a deal. These aren't actually rebels, I don't think. Yeah, these are the previous armies that we annexed up here. That's what's going on here. So that's fine. These guys are moving their way up to deal with it. Cool. It'll be a few months here before they really start to pop. But it's gonna hurt. Okay, so we finished up a monument there. I do want... Let's see, we already queued up constructions. I don't think we need to do anything there. Is there anything else that we could consider doing? There is a policy here, potentially. But we don't have a policy available. Okay. Let me think. What else can we potentially do? We could just re-roll advisors here until we get unrest reduction advisors. That would help us quite a lot. So, we can just get rid of all of these guys and re-roll it for next month. Okay, what do we get? National unrest. Now, he is not an accepted culture, and he's only a +1. But we're going to do it. The unrest is that important to us right now. So that's something that we can do. Let's see. What else can we potentially think about? Maybe something in the estates? No, I don't think we're going to change anything in the estates right now. But what does that do to our unrest here? It's definitely a lot better. But it's still 922 more. 952 more. Okay. So these guys are making their way up here, and they will eliminate that. Our private enterprise declared war. Good for them. They can do that. Separatist sentiment will continue to happen. So how are we doing on our coring here? I think our highest are now at like 17% here. Yeah, 17. Okay. There's going to be a lot of separatist sentiment. That's fine for the moment. Okay, so we win here. We're going to go up to there, and then we're going to come over here as well. These guys are going to die as is. So no problem there. We are recruiting up as well. We're going to gain some power. It was admin. That's good. That's great for us. Okay. We converted Luxembourg. That'll be nice too. And we'll continue to convert. We're at 79% right now, 79.3. Okay, we're kind of holding steady on that. We're going to move these guys down over to Isna. We have uncontested claims that will expire. That's fine. We don't care about that. We are going to want to start continuing to core if we sort by overextension here. These are already going. But we want to core this one next. Naduga. That'll be fine. Cool. There will be a lot of separatist sentiment over the next little while. I'm a little surprised we haven't had any spawn yet, but okay. There's the Armenian particularists. These guys here. Now, it's under 1 million. But I'm still going to not provoke the revolt. I'm going to harsh treatment them. That costs us 80 military power. We have a lot of military power right now. So we're going to harsh treatment them and drop them down by 30% here, pushing back the time that they rebel at least 3 months. Okay. Cool. The rest of these are okay. We don't care about them. We can upgrade a great project here. Max promoted cultures, and yeah, that would be good. We'll get that going. And we can upgrade one here too. What does that give us? Nothing really great, but we'll do it anyway. Cool. So other things that we can do here. This we don't care about, so that's fine. Cool. No rebellions this month. None of these are particularly problematic, but they will all be popping probably all at once. Where are the particularists at right now? They're at 80. Okay. Cool. I'm just wondering if we actually want to fight them or not. It's only 500,000 troops. That's not that many, actually. Okay, so a bunch of revolts happened this month. I think we're going to allow the particularists to fire. So I'm going to bring these guys over to here. I'm going to bring these guys up to here. And then I'm going to bring these over. It should be fine. Ashanti separatists down here are no big deal. And separatists in Kismayo. Cool. So yeah, I think we allow them to fire here. It's going to be painful. No doubt about it. And we'll start coring here. We're now about 30% done with some of our cores. That's a big deal. And we're building up manpower at a decent rate. I do expect Armenian particularists here. Yep, there they are. Okay. But it's not that many of them. We've had much larger particularist factions in the past. So we're going to attack here, no problem. We'll deal with the particularists later. This isn't a big deal. This is annoying. Because it's kind of hard to get to. But we'll do that. Malian separatists over here, no problem. And Kilwin separatists down here. I'm going to turn these forces around and tell them, come on over here and deal with that for us. Okay, so particularists. That's going to be a little rough. We're going to move a force up over this way to be able to help out with that. These guys will move in here. These guys will both move in to here. We'll bring reinforcements down here. That's already fighting. We'll see how that goes. Probably not tremendously well. We'll come down to Montpellier. And then on over this way. Oh, that's only an 18k stack. That's really tiny. Not much in Anatolia this time. That's different. Okay, we'll move these guys up over here. And mostly in India, probably? Yeah. It's really not bad. We've had way worse particularist factions. Way, way worse. Okay. So we've got a couple of units over here already. We'll group them up. We'll group these guys up over here. Beautiful. Now, there will be more rebels, to be clear, but the particularists are the main problem. Okay. This is going okay, but I don't think it's going to stay that way. Because I think we just don't have the numbers here. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, so we win over here. That was expected. This we will win. Guaranteed. These battles are going better than I expected. But we do have to retreat here. So we're going to retreat to Malaga, and we'll head over there as well. We're going to reinforce here. Will we get there in time? The answer is no. So we're going to retreat that, and these guys clearly need a leader. So there we go. They should be able to take that on now. Okay, we're not surprised at all of these revolts, but none of these revolts are on their own particularly threatening. There's a lot of them. We knew that this was coming. This is all reasonably fine. Okay, so we're going to fight these guys here. These are going to be grouped in here, so we're going to take them in. These guys, they're retreating, and they're going to group up. So that's fine. We can definitely come in here, but we need to start dealing with some of these. So we've got Bugandan separatists here. No issues. Rwandan separatists over here. So there's a lot of separatists over in this area. They're not going to make much progress, though. So I'm going to take these guys, like, over here. These guys to here. These are going to cross and go there. So there's a Rwandan separatist. Buhan. Basically, everything in this area we're going to, quote-unquote, assume is under control right now. And we'll come back to it. Okay, that's no problem. Babylonian separatists over here. We're probably going to need leadership here. So I'll put this guy in. And we'll head up there. We'll see if we can win that. Permian separatists over here. We'll bring in these two armies. They should arrive there at roughly the same time. Cornish separatists in London. We'll deal with those in a bit. We'll move these guys over. Cool. Punjabi separatists over this way. We'll deal with those in a bit as well. We'll move these guys in. These can spread back out. Cool. And we'll deal with these after we deal with this. Phoenician separatists over this way that we can absolutely deal with. I'm going to send this force over to deal with them. Okay, Greek separatists over here. They're already handled. Mysorean separatists down here. We can definitely send this force up to deal with those. Funge over here, they're actually already under control. Songhaian separatists over this way. Sure. We'll send this force over here. There's these guys here that we can come respond to. Welsh separatists over here that we are already responding to. Pegu down over this way. Oh, there are some particularists there too. I'm going to send these forces over that direction. Hanoverian separatists that we can go deal with. Cool. Oyo, we'll come back to those. Congolese, we'll come back to those. And these guys over here, yup. And these guys up here, no problem. Cool. So there's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more. We know this. But it should be okay. So these guys are responding down here. Cool. No rebellions this month. That's slightly shocking. Or no, this was the month that we just dealt with. Right. Got it. A conversion finished up. That's fine. And we're going to convert here. Cool. So we're finishing up these battles here. This is an awkward retreat for us, for sure. But it's okay. Cool. I want these guys to come over here. That'll do. And yeah, we knew that there was going to be a lot of rebellions. That's for sure. But overall, this isn't as bad as I expected. So we won the battle over here. We gained a leader trait, sure. And I want this out of the way. Military coalition against us, huh? We didn't lose any troops there. Good to know. So in that case, the time has come to build a couple of templates. We'll build one. Let's see. I need to think about where we really need these. One here. One here. And I'm going to put in one here. And one here. This will exceed our force limit. I'm aware of that. Okay. All good. And a lot of people are entering military coalitions against us. We have a few revolts going on here. But that should be okay. We should be right on the border of them entering the military coalitions. So, in theory, we should be fine. And yeah, we know that there's a lot of separatists here. There's a lot of rebels popping up. That's to be expected. We are pretty overextended after all. We won this fight here. Cool. So, some separatists over here that I guess we'll just immediately turn around and deal with. Okay. Roman separatists up over here. We'll bring these forces up to deal with that. We'll just group them in Parma for now. These guys are here. Sure. And we'll move in and attack over this way. Swabian separatists over here we're already going to be in the vicinity of. There's these guys down here that we can turn around and deal with. Or I guess we'll send these guys in. That'll do. Cool. Some more separatists over here that we're deeply unsurprised by. Mari separatists over here that we'll need to deal with, but we can't for the moment. Scythian separatists over here, no problem. And Venati separatists right down here. That's easily handled. Cool. So we're down to 345 now. And how's our cores coming? We're about a third done with many of our cores. We're winning battles, and yeah, there's a lot of people entering military coalitions against us. That's unsurprising. How are we doing on our force limit right now? Okay. We're not super over it at this moment. We should be reasonably fine on that front. I do want to potentially work on our economy a bit here. Oh yeah, there's some good workshops here. So we're going to get these workshops built. We're going to need this money to pay for our military. It's going to be what ends up happening there. So we'll do that. And how are we doing on our cathedrals? There's a few of these. Not very many. Cool. So we'll get a few cathedrals building. There we go. And I think our biggest reason why they are entering the coalition against us, well, obviously, it's the fact that we have a ridiculous amount of aggressive expansion, right? Because we're stupidly powerful. It's only 56 with Ming. That's interesting. Ming is the primary threat to us. Like, they're reasonably powerful. They're definitely the second most powerful. Congo is also somewhat threatening, but they're in no position to declare against us, and they're truced to us. So Congo isn't an issue. It would mostly be Ming, and who else is in the list here? Japan? We're at 66 aggressive expansion with Japan. For the moment, I'm going to send diplomats to go improve relations with both Japan and Ming. I don't expect them to get too much done, actually. But there we go. We'll get that done. Okay. So we need to tick forward here. Yep, there's going to be a bunch of military coalitions against us. That's all reasonably fine. And I want to check in on our subjects here. Ah, Armenian La Plata is currently at 65% liberty desire. And Brazil is at 52. I think this is... And Cuba's at 58. I think this is the reason that they're joining against us. So we can decrease tariffs for Armenia and Brazil. We don't have any tariffs on them. So this is fundamentally just decreasing... Or spending admin power to decrease that. Their type. Okay, we could also pay off their debt, which would be a good thing to do there. And then we could allow them autonomous militias. Okay, so Cuba's at 53. We can't afford to decrease their tariffs. Cool. So what else do we want to do here? We could just placate their rulers, costing us prestige. But we're going to be getting prestige back pretty quickly. So I think that's okay. So all of our subjects are now loyal. Yeah, that's not loyal enough to annex. Okay. So these guys are currently a self-governing colony. They have higher liberty desire. Yeah, we should actually change them over. So we'll change their colonial type over to maybe a private enterprise. Let's see here. They're already a self-governing colony. I want to check their liberty desire here. Okay, we're going to just do the private enterprise. Cool. Okay, so we're going to finish up our recruitments here eventually. I'm going to move these guys down. And yeah, there's a lot of people entering military coalitions right now. That's not great, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, nobody particularly powerful that I've noticed joining military coalitions at this time. So that's fine. We're winning a bunch of battles against rebels. Cool. And we're getting more and more powerful all the time, too. So there's that. Okay, I need these guys to move up here and fight these rebels. These will group together and bring down over here. How many rebels this month? Quite a number is the answer. We're not shocked by any of that. We are not shocked. And this is also probably part of the reason why they're joining military coalitions against us. Okay, so there's one up over here. We can deal with that immediately. No problem. One right here. That one's slightly irritating to deal with. I'm going to move these guys up this way. Okay. We can just come in here instantly. This, we can send these forces over to deal with. Breton separatists over here. No real problem there. These guys will move in over here, and I'm going to have these start moving this direction. Actually, this direction. Just because they're too weak. Some separatists over this direction. I would actually like to recruit another army over here. So we're going to recruit an army, like, up here. There we go. Separatists up here in Finnmark. We'll head up there. Bengali separatists down here, that's expected. The Wangoni separatists over this way. I'm going to send this force down to deal with them. They're going to take forever to siege that. And that's fine. And we'll just come in over here while we're grouping up. Cool. No real problems here. Excellent. Cool. Ming entered the military coalition against us, so that's a potential problem, for sure. Their manpower is pretty low. Their manpower is quite low, actually. But what we really need right now is for these recruitments to be finishing up. And these guys can move down over here to take that back. Or actually, I'm going to send them over to here. And I'm going to have these guys turn around and come back over this way. Should be fine. Honestly, this isn't as bad of rebels as I was thinking it would be. We've basically got the particularists under control right now. Basically. It's not 100% done, but it's getting close. So these guys that have grouped up can start to move in. Beautiful. And we're going to have more rebels here. Only 8. Not so bad. Not so bad. We're going to move these two armies in here. Bohemian separatists up here, no problem. These guys we will head over and deal with. Actually, I'm going to send this force up that way. There we go. Genoese separatists over here. We'll deal with them in a bit. Carthaginians over here. Sure. And we'll head on over this direction. Maratha over this way. Novgorodian over here. Cool. And I'm going to send this army to go deal with these guys. There we go. No problem there. Our recruits are starting to come in here. And we'll see if we're powerful enough to have them start to leave. I haven't seen more joining the coalition. Okay, there's Luwu and Ryukyu. Okay, that's fine. Sounds good. But it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we should, I think, be able to get these cores underway. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. This is actually nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Kentuin, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Amici Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, Jens Graham, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.